he is going to be able to make it happen. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are into Champion Select. IG on our blue side for game number 1, as they are 0-1. Of course, weighted best of 5 means that Snake come in with a 1-game advantage. That is not an error that you see towards the top of your screen. And Lysandra Kennen have been banned away on the side of Invictus Gaming, as the answer is going to be the LeBlanc and the Kindred. Already some strange things happening as we move into Champion Select.
Yeah, there's been this really weird progression last week where everybody's decided that Callista Cannon was the best thing again.
Yeah.
That didn't happen before, but
Thanks,
it is
Zero.
again now. Yeah.
You jerk.
Thank you very much for that one, Zero. But yeah, that's an interesting bet.
Most certainly is. And we are going to have the Varus banned away one more time. So IG, a lot of respect to Tank. 2 bans aimed at him. Theoretically 3 if you count a Cannon as a mid laner. I mean, shout out to Prolly. The man
I guess.
did play it.
That to
what was
me-
it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah. A while ago. This to me, though, from Invictus Gaming, puts the strategy of Azir as their primary focus. Yeah. One of the main champions that Tank does have is going to be that Azir now that Lysandra and Varus are missing in that ban list. So Invictus Gaming could look to pick it away as their first pick is the big question mark. Or do they willingly give that over?
Well,
because the counters have been banned.
Snake have left it up, so Rookie has displayed that he's a fantastic Azir player. I mean, this guy can basically play anything in the mid lane and make it look good. But Echo was left available. Poppy's there as well. There are a lot of champions that are up. Of course, a massive MVP from our last series was the Maokai, which was very impressive. But this is another champion that's got through the Nidalee now to go into the hands of ZZR potentially. The power picks left available now that there have been 4 mid lane bans is huge.
The nature of playoffs, where you have enough time to research, you get rid of all the target champions that you think are definitely worth removing off the board. You leave open things. Echo's the perfect example. Nidalee's another one, as is the Azir.
Yeah, well, Flandre, speaking of which, is going to lock in the golden chicken there, as Nidalee has been picked up by ZZR. We've seen what this guy does on the champion. This is so dangerous for Invictus Gaming, and you have to think that they need to have had a plan moving into this series for that champion.
So I think they do, and to me, I'm looking at a flex between Echo and Ryze for Invictus Gaming, depending on lane matchups. Echo's, we've actually seen it from way less on LGD. If you're struggling in lane, just get level 6, recall, ult back to lane, save your teleport. Don't necessarily even need to use it in situations like that, so there's options there. Just doesn't mean you're going to kill and win your lane.
Yeah, so far it's the Ultra Flex as well, as Kid could potentially pick up the Echo. It would be highly interesting. Hasn't actually played it yet this season.
Not many people have, though. It's only recently.
Sort of the MLXG thing, isn't it? With this weird Eye of the
And
Watcher
Swift.
build. Yeah, true. Haven't discovered the sweet build of the Runic Echoes into the Iceborne Gauntlet, but never you mind.
It's
See
kind of
whether we're
obvious,
going to get it today. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it is going to be the bottom lane locked in here by Snake. They're going to take away the Alistair and the Lucian. So Crystal back on a comfort pick, but deciding not to pick up the Callista. And IG, it seems like they know exactly what they want. Ashe immediately locked in. The Freljord bottom lane has been taking the world by storm, and Graves picked up for Kid. This is an IG that knew what they were planning moving into this series, and it's great to see that they have been prepared. Is going to leave the Poppy available for Flandre and basically anything else he might like there towards the top side of the map.
Yeah, I don't mind Invictus Gaming's draft. They've got an Echo who does a lot of damage. In fact, all of IG's team does damage, right? Like everyone except the Braum, and Braum augments it to be much more complementary with the ranged champions, getting the stuns off so that they can do more damage. The thing is, like, Snake's draft. If they look in this Poppy, is that not the most ridiculous team composition you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah, and if you're looking at sort of each individual lane there as well, I mean, Poppy in the top lane, basically top tier. Azir, top tier. Nidalee, far and away the fastest jungler at the moment. Just ludicrous, especially in the hands of ZZR, who is so practiced on the champion. Plus, you've given Ella the cow. This is exactly what he wants in order to be that sacrificial support. You're exactly right. And we'll see whether Invictus Gaming, with all of their preparation, with what looks like something that they've been aiming to go into this series with, is going to pay off. Because so far, man, looks very dangerous. And this is what happens when you have so many target bans.
Yeah, so the first big thing to note, I suppose, from Invictus Gaming going for the Ashe is that, firstly, she's susceptible to being destroyed by Flandre and potentially ZZR, to an extent Tank as well, right? Like, there's options to get onto the backline of IG, but it also forces Tank to go cleanse, so there's a lot less kill threat in that middle lane, and No surprises, I will say. IG flexing those two roles to what suits, perhaps by going for the Ashe, forcing a cleanse. It makes Echo a little bit better in that middle lane for kill threat.
Yeah. And it's very exciting seeing Rookie on the Echo. I could imagine that you have flashbacks, Rusty.
So ready.
From some of the best moments that we had in the LPL last year. Rookie's Echo, I believe, up against Wayless's Yasuo for some of the best 1v1s that we have ever seen. And we'll see whether he can be as impressive. Of course, the second man to take Echo into the mid lane. It was, of course, Wayless doing it before, like you mentioned. We'll see how it does go into the Azir that can be a bit of a bully in the early levels. But coaches are going to shake hands. Ladies and gentlemen, our second playoff match is about to start. Let's get on the riff. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the riff for our second playoff match. It is, of course, going to be a weighted best of 5 between Invictus Gaming and Snake. Snake ahead by 1 game moving into this first one. And IG looking to even the score immediately with what was a draft that seemed like they had planned out.
Yeah, it felt planned.
Yeah,
I was saying,
had
Invictus
that vibe,
Gaming.
you know? Yeah.
There's a strategy that they are 100% implementing. In saying that, there are a few things that we have to consider. Snake, on the flip side, have the most standard and strong, probably S-tier champions across the board, which means naturally their team fighting is going to be impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
Just off champions alone, so execution the only concern there. Invictus Gaming as well. They have what I would define as committal CC. It's close range, firstly, so you actually have to put your face in it. If you're Invictus Gaming at all.
Oh my god, the pigeon.
The sound's amazing.
This is so good.
Yeah. The Ashe arrow, though, is what I'm referring to. Like, you use that, and you hit someone, you're probably going to go in. But if you you use it and you miss, that's a long cooldown that's going to go to waste, right? And your actual engage from there is lacking because an Echo has to hit something brilliant, or Zatai has to be directly next to them to stun them down.
Yeah, and I actually feel like there's going to be a lot on Rain here, because imagine the follow-up that they do have. They've got the parallel convergence as well as, of course, the rune prison that Zatai can throw down. The follow-up CC to that initial arrow is massive, but it is going to be relying on Rain, and we'll see whether him and Tabe can get through this early game and how Tabe is going to make his return to the LPL.
Yeah, very important that Tabe shows up. And speaking of, I don't want standard lanes, but guess what? You're both going to get it.
Yeah, exactly right. Rookie and Tank already going at it before the minions even clash. 1 potion already running.
Now, the thing is, though, they actually cleared their waves instantly. Like, they both just auto-attacked. Like, they're fighting each other in between waves.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. Rookie at level 1 walked past the middle of the lane to throw out his Q on all 6 minions just to get it quicker. Like, look at this.
Already going in there. Level 2 has landed. The Q is going to give Tank a lot of follow-up damage. The trade actually won here by the Azir.
Massively.
Yeah. Able to get a couple of cheeky extra auto attacks down at the same time, so... See whether Rookie is going to make it happen. Already used most of his mana bar. This is going to be a dangerous lane by the looks of things for the IG mid laner. But if anyone can do it, it is this man.
Yeah, it's always going to be a dangerous lane, and we have alluded to this fact many times. Echo gets a power spike at level 3 where Tank is... He gets something, but it's not comparable. He also has a teleport, Rookie, so he can take this abuse. As long as he doesn't die, he can leave safely and actually come back. Tank has to run the cleanse because of the Ashe.
Well, you can see ZZR poking his head here into the mid lane. Now might run into Kid heading out of his jungle, but not going to be able to stop the blue buff, nor hit the spear. Is that Rift Scuttler now going to be under fire? There is an Azir in the mid lane, but not actually going to follow up. And the spear not going to be able to pick it there either. So Kid locks down the Rift Scuttler. Jungle battle won by the Graves so far.
Yeah, and ZZR with an early gank attempt also is the other thing worth noting. A lot of Nidalees just rely on their impeccable wave clearing. They just get ahead in farm on the jungle opponent. Even Graves starts to suffer to what is a ridiculous clear speed of what ZZR would have. But this time around, early gank attempts, early pressure placed, and contesting the middle of the jungle in the river there kind of slows them down. So well done to Kid to keep it even.
Yeah, and speaking of keeping it even, everything all square here up in the top lane. 23 to 24, but it's just based on where these minions are. Tabe looking like he's holding his own for the moment. Is Spear going to start things off in the jungle here for ZZR? See whether he can get anything happening. Nice Winter's Bite. Tabe still got it with the skill shots.
That's the one thing that's muscle memory for any retired player you'll find. That part doesn't change. It's the rest of the game that you need to keep up to scratch. So I will say, though, so far so good. Ash, very oppressive laner, so no surprises that Invictus Gaming wanted to match the lane swap, even though it's a Lucian Alistar and Lucian can carry lanes by himself. Yeah. Too much pressure with a Braum Ash there.
Very true.
The slow lane.
Well, you can see Rookie trying to do his best to clear these minions before Tank gets any opportunity to harass him down. It's looking more and more difficult, though, as the Time Winder is going to be able to get rid of most of them. And Tank actually going to tank this wave up.
That trend will continue as well. Rookie's one purpose in this lane is not exactly to kill him unless the opportunity miraculously presents itself. It's to clear the waves, make Tank fight minions, and give himself time to roam around.
Well, you can see Kid. Actually, is he? Is who?
Rookie. I'm just taking stock of his items so far. And I'm hoping that it's a Rod of Ages and an Abyssal Scepter.
Unless it's a Banshee's Veil.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But he is feeling the pressure here in this lane, so it could actually be something a little bit more defensive, maybe an early Spectre's Cowl, something like that.
Well, Spectre's Cow's actually been a stock standard build for Azir's at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Bit of extra healing. Helps if you have like a Dark Seal Corrupting Potion build.
You can see actually ZZR doing a bit of counter jungling here. And Tank, he's committed to winning this lane at the same time. Another Doran's Ring comes in, not deciding to finish off what could have been a stinger. There goes Rookie. Phase dive on top of Tank. Starting to do a little bit better in these trades now that he has some defensive statistics.
Yeah. And for those at home wondering what he's doing, he's animation cancelling with the Time Winder that he throws out. If you dash at the same time, it masks the spell. Very handy for trades.
Yeah, very cute. There's Kid actually going aggressive on ZZR. End of the line is going to land there as well. So Kitty Cat going to make his way back in, and Rookie makes himself invisible on this map.
Use that ultimate, Rookie. It is a Spectre's Cowl.
Yeah, there it is. And I wonder whether he'll just leave it as the Spectre's Cowl, just because it works so well against the consistent harassment out of an Azir.
You would imagine so, that he will leave it at that and work towards his next item. The Rod of Ages is something that we saw from Wayless as well, playing that Echo, but possibilities are endless on a champion like him. We've seen him top lane, going for the Iceborne Gauntlet build.
Oh, Kid actually caught backing here towards the top side. Isn't going to get it cancelled, but they at least know that the Graves is back in base.
ZZR, though. Like, the pressure that he's just placing down in jungle control. Saw Kid recall, immediately goes to the bottom side of the jungle. If Kid wants to clear some camps now, he's going to have the, I'm not going to say the upper hand. In fact, he's going to have to fight ZZR for it.
Yeah.
And will be.
There it is. Kid throws out a smoke screen, doesn't actually tag ZZR with it. As he throws in a spear, but red buff running everywhere right now. Not going to be able to lock that one down. We have a look at the bottom lane as well. Haven't sort of seen it as Zatai is actually hanging around, but Rookie getting a decent proc.
Very efficient trading from Rookie, and once again, it's the quirkiness of going for this Spectre's Cowl build. It makes him a tank, and at early game stages, tanks can trade just as well, if not better, than people who aren't going for tank items. And I keep saying his name, so I'm not talking about Snake's mid laner.
Well, speaking of Snake, Rookie got a bit of a target on his head as he is going to use that Chrono Shift in order to get back. Chrono Break, in fact, as the spear is going to land, but 3 members of Snake can't get onto him. Rookie even going to be able to use that Time Winder to clear out the minions.
And Ella uses a flash ground pound and doesn't get a headbutt in there because of the simultaneous flashes as Zatai's giving it to him.
Yeah, exactly. The ultimate is actually down here as Flandre picks up his buckler, but the damage has been done. Rise doing work. Tears picked up. Got himself the extra Sapphire Crystal and a Ruby as well, so he's doing well. This is what I was about to talk about. Zatai having a fine time against the Poppy.
Yeah, he absolutely is. You have to give credit to this Rise where it's due. Once again, putting in work and getting it done, at least in the 1v1. But that's all Rise wants at the moment until he has his Rod of Ages completed. Maybe then you start looking towards these trades. But the amount of damage he's doing to Poppy is commendable already.
Most definitely. And look at Flandre's item build. Distortion enchantment on his swiftness boots already. This guy just wants out of this lane as often as possible. Knows that his job is affecting the rest of the map. May actually affect... Oh, there's the arrow. Massive ultimates come out towards the top side as Crystal forced to flash away. He's going to get slowed down. Ella's going to get stunned here as IG trying to get through the Unbreakable Will. Speaking of Unbreakable, it is going to be used to tank up the culling. And collateral damage not going to be enough. Nicely done by Snake.
Yeah, fantastic heal out of Crystal to keep them all alive. Nobody dies, and that is the merit of an Alistar being level 6. It's a difficult thing to execute on, so all Crystal had to do was get himself out, but someone else isn't out at the moment. In fact, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Flandre actually looking for the stun against the wall here as he's tanking up the turret. Could be a problem here as Flandre manages to flash out of the way, and ZZR is going to be able to pick up first blood. That was so close as Rookie. Now the parallel convergence trying to get something back as Snake are tanking up the turret, but the Echo cannot make his way in.
No, he can't get in. He's still looking for it, however. Invictus Gaming. That was a missed ultimate by Flandre to start it all off, and Zatai started to feel overconfident because of this. Of course, he had nowhere to go. Wants to make a trade, but Snake, they're showing confidence in their play at the moment. And that dive, that was very well executed.
And I'm just looking at ZZR. He just looks such a different player whenever he gets this Nidalee. We've commended him on his play in the past, but on this champion, it's just something else.
Yeah, absolutely. Like ZZR's got his defined champion pool that he's stated to the world as well.
Yeah.
Nidalee, Kindred, Elise. Pretty much goes in that order for him.
And
they
then
gave
a cheeky
him the best
Rek'Sai
one.
on the edge.
Yeah, here and there. You know, there's outskirt champions that everybody plays. Like Mundo for Kid, as an example. But we don't talk about that one anymore.
Yeah, let's not. Let's leave that one. But it does mean that Snake now have a 1,000 gold lead very early in this game. 11 minutes in. Now pushing down on the top lane outer turret is IG. But it is going to be a trade as Snake push down the bottom. Of course, in these switched up scenarios,
he might not get that as well.
We'll see whether he can. Of course, Rai's not known for his turret damage.
Yeah, and Flandre was already there, the bottom lane of Invictus Gaming Recall. I would imagine Kid stays with him now that he's topside to help push this to get the turret down. And the question is, how fast can ZZR move? And how does Snake respond to this? Because that's a big advantage just secured. Yeah, and they choose to freeze.
And this is ridiculous. Look at Rookie. He's got a Negatron cloak as well. Talk about playing against your lane opponent and the jungler. That is ludicrous. As Crystal trying to clear out this mini wave, but doesn't get the cannon creep. Important stuff.
And that's the cool thing, right? Like, going for this build that he has means that Nidalee and Azir cannot kill him. Even means a bit of Poppy as well. Is their top lane killing him?
Yeah, speaking of Poppy, Kid actually going to get aggressed on, but Flandre just trying to get all the work done that he can before IG take him down. He's dodging out of the way of a lot of these Qs. There's the ultimate, makes it out as Kid flashes over the top. End of the line, not going to be enough. And Flandre, he's back on form.
Wow, Zatai's not done.
Oh my god, Zatai. Headbutt Pulverize is going to come in though, and Flandre picks up the kill. What a turnaround.
That's like, Flandre had no right to be alive right there. Missed skill shots out of Invictus Gaming. And the Nidalee heal from ZZR. Flandre comes up clutch and somehow goes underneath the Graves ultimate, I believe, as well to boot. I just want to see a replay if we can.
Yeah.
Of what the heck happened there. No excuses for Invictus Gaming. That should not have happened, but well done from Snake.
Most certainly was. That being said, Kid has been able to pick up the Warrior enchantment. And Zatai with the teleport will be able to answer whatever happens. Looks like he is just going to wander back towards that top side.
I can't believe he lived.
It's so silly, man.
Like, he looked dead on more than one occasion.
Yeah, I'd given up. I'd given up. I was sort of like saying, yeah, no, he's just going to run around in circles for a bit and die, but nope. Nails the ultimate on two people and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, and the scary thing to me is Snake are still trading turrets, and they're not actually trading because the top turret didn't go down.
Yeah.
The gank that they were looking towards on the top side of the map to take Flandre out was to push that turret down. Now thwarted. Snake get 2 unanswered at the moment.
Well, IG are doing their best to try and answer here towards the bottom side of the map. 120 to 123 as far as that 80 carry CS score is concerned. So Rain doing fine in the matchup as far as farm. But you can see the global gold starting to add up. 3,000 in favor of Snake. And they haven't stopped here towards the top side. That is unrecoverable damage. And there's another minion wave. This inner tower is dead.
Yeah, that's a cannon. So Snake, they have all the control in the world. That's 2 turrets for 1 in a single trade that they make. But with the one advantage they had top lane, nothing to be gained by Invictus Gaming, everything to be gained by Snake. And the thing to me that I look at the most is mid lane, because that's how Invictus Gaming wins.
Yeah.
He's just forced the teleport mid. He's also close to even on CS. And to Snake, that's a win, because it means Rookie's not ahead.
And it's also, you know, Tank's been moving around the map, trying to get to places where Snake are trying to affect things, whereas Rookie has just been doing his very best to get himself ahead. We'll see whether it is going to be enough for IG as the Rift Herald does fall down. Backs are going to come in now as well, and we'll see who's going to pick up that one, who's going to take it to IG. Try and push down even more. I have a feeling the mid lane may be under siege.
It's a possibility, to say the least. They could even just put Azir into the side lanes, but this is where forcing the cleanse is actually quite important. Can't teleport, can't commit to staying in a side lane, and giving Snake the advantage on map control actually causes a little bit of confusion with lane assignments, because where does Crystal go at all times is the big question.
Yeah. Well, Tank continuing to try and pressure, but Rookie now with the Abyssal Scepter, and of course that Spectre's Cowl. There's not a whole lot doing as far as damage on this Echo from a magic dealer is concerned. We'll see whether Crystal can get up there and start ruining his day. But Flandre now as well, he's ahead in farm by about 15. Really managing to make his way back into this game, because he was falling behind early. But now 1-0-1, CS lead, the Poppy well and truly getting online. And this Snake lineup, the fact that the champions on paper just look so strong.
And they have a lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes things a lot worse for Invictus Gaming. Of course, Echo does okay when behind. What they're really looking for now, and one of the major items has been completed, is power spikes in terms of their item build. So Zatai, the Rod of Ages is done. He may be 0-2, but because that item is finished, right now and for the next 10 minutes, he's going to get stronger incrementally anyway. Invictus Gaming can look aggressive as, jeez.
Yeah, there's the Emperor's Divide as Crystal's going to make his way around. The auto attacks coming out from this Azir are a big deal as Tank going to throw him, Tabe going to throw himself in there. Tank up that culling using the Unbreakable as Rookie now going to head back to base. We'll see whether he chrono breaks back in. But Snake looking to just create room for themselves, trying to grab this dragon.
Yeah, wow. Invictus Gaming, Rookie does well to not use his ultimate. Of course, he can't use it to get back to lane. Not 20 minutes in the game yet, so he wouldn't have had a lot of health to speak of.
Very good point.
And of course, lane assignments now to be set by IG with their AD carry mid lane to try and dispel the aggressive advances that Snake are now beginning to make.
You can see parallel convergence
the Echo,
is down.
though.
Yeah, there's the arrow right in amongst it, but not going to get any stuns as Flandre
He's
right
dead.
on top of it. Crystal takes down Rookie immediately as ZZR now trying to tank things up. In goes the tie. Flandre stunned up. Brilliant exhaust onto the rise, though, and there are such low health bars on Snake. But they managed to get the mid laner, and they're going to continue the push.
The start of that fight was really well executed by Invictus Gaming. Tabe, his shot calling's on point.
Yeah, Flandre in amongst it, though, as Kid's going to get healed. They take down the turret, though, and destroy the jungler. IG still wants something, as Rain has a very high health bar, and Zatai flashes forward. Ella's going to die. Tank completely out of mana.
Could be more.
He wants to keep going, as Crystal's going to turn immediately around. Flandre picks up the kill, and Snake now on the offense. Flash forward from Crystal. 6-1 now in the kills. Make that 7, as the Kitty Cat is going massive. 7,000 gold lead for Snake.
Yeah, and it's 17 minutes in this game. Snake just blow the map completely open in their favor. And what a disaster, honestly, for Invictus Gaming. They were the ones to engage this. The Ash Arrow onto Tank, the flash ult from Tabe, everything was there. But once again, that CC was not set up well enough because it's entirely committal. You have to still stack it on top of each other to make it work. Flandre, he's a hyper tank at the moment. His items are all in that department, and Kid kind of blows the ultimate to do a bit of poke damage. Invictus Gaming should not have defended this turret. Kid should not be standing next to a wall, firstly, against a Poppy and an Alistar. And I'm not sure if Tank had his tower to place down, but instead of doing it, he let them come towards him.
Yeah, baited in a really nice fight, and Snake pick up a whole bunch more kills. Ella is going to make his way in. Arrow's going to go wide. Zatai just puts down a ward. Ultimate, not on a high cooldown though. Is just going to be able to clear out these minions. And IG need to find a way back into this game.
Yeah, and it's not going to be an easy thing to do by any means. Because once again, we've mentioned this. Snake's team composition is obnoxious in a good way.
Oh yeah.
And once they've got a lead, they consolidate that lead very effectively. Something that Snake does as well as these champions quite well. It's a hard thing to get past a Lucian with 2 big items. Even harder with an Azir there. to actually stand in front of him and protect him.
And you have to go back to how Snake play League of Legends as well. I mean, the fact that this team was known for, if they were ahead by 10 minutes, they just know how to systematically close out a game.
Well, it's 80% win rate from 10
precisely.
minutes when they're ahead in gold at all.
So they're a team plays well from ahead, and they're just demonstrating it right now. They look unstoppable.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not even CS values. It's just control on the map. Like, they started a lane swap. They decided to go towards that bottom lane. Unanswered turret is the first thing that actually occurs. This is a mighty battle to see if it recedes into the void before they kill it.
Exactly right. Actually, falling down very low. 1930. They will be able to grab this one. Not too bad. Is Baron not even going to know that his house was being invaded?
Fun fact, if you get the Rift Herald buff and then you take Baron straight away, you lose the Rift Herald buff.
Oh, that sucks.
Makes sense. Imagine having 2 buffs.
Yeah, that'd be ludicrous.
Your minions now attack faster, and they don't die.
Okay, yeah, no, that'd be pretty imbalanced.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Imagine the tank as well.
Kind of exciting, though, because, I mean, it's pretty difficult to do a 20-minute Baron. Might
Good
have a chat.
reward.
Let's have a chat to someone about that. See whether we can
You
get
can.
someone put in.
I'm not advising anything. I'm having no say in this whatsoever.
I'm just the crazy play-by-play caster.
Rookie as well as a tank, Echo.
Yeah, he's got the Spirit Visage.
Yeah, he committed to the Spirit Visage before he went for like a Sheen or something. And I mean, I understand he wants extra magic resistance, a bit of cooldown reduction and healing that comes from it. I still would have advised the Sheen before he finished the entire Spirit Visage.
Yeah.
Because the damage that you have is amplified so much.
Well, it does have the Sapphire Crystal, so it looks like he is building towards it as item number 3. It's very, very late. You're exactly right. His tank's going to pull his way in, shift some sands over to the mid lane. See where Snake are going to put on the aggression next.
The thing to me is that means he's prioritizing the passive, which is healing.
Yeah.
And there's no real healing on an Echo besides his ultimate. There are no ignites, though, on the side of Snake, and no Morellos either to speak of. So his healing will be massively amplified on that ultimate. But as an AP Echo, well, it's going to be a tank now, obviously.
Yeah.
Is it all about the healing? Or is it worth getting maxed out CDR?
Well, we'll see exactly what he builds this Sheen into. So could, of course, be an Iceborne Gauntlet. He could just commit to the tank path with a cheeky early Abyssal Scepter that a lot of the tank Echoes pick up anyway.
That's what you would imagine it'll be, though. It's his build order.
Wow, arrow underneath the turret.
Fair enough,
just
right?
Telling them to go. Yeah.
You shall not take my turret this way. But for the next 40 seconds, you may.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what he's telling them.
Well, Crystal going to get aggressed on by Rookie. Just clearing out this minion wave. They are at least managing to hold on to these turrets. IG buying themselves some time, but look, 8,000 gold is the lead here at 22 minutes into the game. Just looks like Snake. Business as usual right now.
Absolutely. So they're just sitting basically in standard lanes at the moment. They've mixed it up a bit. Of course, Ella was mid, ZZR was near bot side. But the way that they're doing it is they clear bottom. Rookie's now visible there to wave clear, and they go into the jungle. They disappear into where they have pink wards set up. You can see the wards on the minimap right now, all the red dots. The bottom side jungle of Invictus Gaming. That's Snake's crux to winning and closing this game out.
And ZZR just so much freedom to move between everywhere. Kill the jungle of Kid over and over again. You can see already pulling ahead in that farm. Graves trying to find as much as he can. More of Malmortius almost done here for Kid. He's going to go back and possibly pick that one up as now Vision trying to be removed as Tabe is moving around this bottom side jungle. Sheen completed. So 20% cooldown reduction now for Rookie.
Yeah, you'd say 30 as well with runes working towards that one. So 10% off if he goes for the Iceborne Gauntlet.
Good deal.
Yeah, quite good. And the thing to me, and this is where Invictus Gaming wanted to be. If at 22 minutes in the game they weren't behind by like 9,000 gold, they could 1-3-1. And what they want is Rookie to be the one dealing with Flandre.
Yeah.
Which means that the tie on the rise can destroy anybody that goes near him. There's no teleport available from tank. Like, their strategy's there for Invictus Gaming. They just had to not fall behind.
Unfortunately, based on this gold, they have.
Yes.
It's all about finding their way back in. As Rookie, you're exactly right, dealing with Flandre. But Tank, he's got a needlessly large rod as well as the Abyssal and the Nashes. 0-0-5, but he's back to his old ways, just being a tank in the mid lane. Just monstering it up as Flandre actually going to miss the ultimate there onto Kid, who's trying to take away this red buff. Is going to do so now as Flandre slowed down. Rookie on top of him, parallel convergence, but Flandre going to flash his way out. No phase dive available, and the Echo not going to be able to follow.
And there's still a teleport available for the Poppy, and it was a lot of time bought where Snake have reassessed the map, placed 4 pink wards near the Baron instead this time around, and whilst Invictus Gaming's efforts for a red buff were successful, that is but a red worm when the purple one is far more significant.
It certainly is. ZZR now going to prowl around it there as well. You can see Crystal happy to move through the Invictus Gaming jungle.
That's not really a worm either, the red buff.
No, it's more of a brambleback.
Well, it's a brambleback, but what the hell is a brambleback?
Look, I don't know.
It is what it is.
The flora and fauna of Runeterra.
Like
has
you
not
say
been
Sentinel,
a thing that I've,
which is the blue buff. You say Sentinel, I understand.
Yeah, that's true. When you say brambleback, you're like, what the heck is a brambleback? He doesn't even look like he has brambles on his back, unfortunately. We're gonna have to study it next time we see the red buff.
Baron?
Yeah, exactly.
Getting low.
He started up
this
here
actually should be gone.
5 men strong. And IG, they managed to throw down the arrow, but immediately the Unbreakable Will is going to stop it. It's a decent ultimate out of Tabe, but he's trying to tank up Snake as best he can. There goes the culling as he stands behind Zatai. Manages to stop Flandre, and the spear is going to go wide, but that is Baron buff for free. And Flandre hasn't stopped. Tabe's dead. ZZR nabs it with a spear.
Oh, wow, they're not done.
And there's the headbutt. Pov, Kid in trouble as Crystal has to use the QSS, but it's not going to be enough. And now IG trying to fight back. Snake, very low health bars. The Emperor's Divide is fantastic, though, as Kid. No teammates to follow up. And Flandre with the ultimate there as well for the disengage. Snake played it beautifully, honestly.
Snake played well, but the remnants of what was this Invictus Gaming team composition do shine through at least a little bit. After that Baron was taken down, the team fight, the kiting backwards, something that IG did want to do, and while Snake found their advantages, they tried to push those advantages with the Baron buff. They find nothing but a simple trade. But the thing is, Snake didn't bait the Baron, and that's the most impressive thing to me. They set it up, it took 2 or 3 minutes to put down their vision, but the second the vision was there, they just did it. And they got it before Invictus Gaming could react. This is where they chase a little bit too far, however. Tabe, the first to fall, but they find a trade. Because going through this choke point, needless risk. Crystal, the AD carry, in terms of talent assignment and how they should be going through that choke point, probably don't go AD carry first.
It's a very good point.
Unfortunately, but Snake, they still have the Baron buff on them. The advantage grows.
Exactly right, ZZR. He's going to be able to take down that Rift Scuttler. They still have all of that vision set up in the Invictus Gaming jungle. And it's all about suffocation now. 11,000 gold the lead for Snake from this weighted best-of-5 series. Looking to make it 2-0 out of game number 1.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing, right? Like, they started 1 game ahead in this best-of-5 series. So for Snake, it's a glorified best-of-3.
Yeah.
Like, they just need to win 2 games. And to start game number 1 ahead with already 1 in the back pocket, Invictus Gaming more than on the back foot. They're backpedaling.
They certainly are. We shall see exactly how this one works out. 60 CS lead for Flandre as he's knocking on the front door of IG.
Yeah, it's a bit gross.
Yeah, the Poppy is pretty immovable with those 3 massive items that he has as well. And IG holding on at the moment against these Baroned up minions, but the turret falls in the mid lane.
Holding on.
Gone, and yeah, they're not holding on well.
No, it's a very relative term, isn't it? They are trying. But Flandre is disregarding Zatai as a champion on the map. And is taking turrets around him. Doing his best Trundle impersonation, I will say.
So.
The old Ravenous Hydra Trundle was a wonderful thing.
Well, I mean, that does depend on which side of the Trundle you were on.
So this looks like it's teleport flank time from Snake. They don't necessarily have a flank, but with home guards, everything is a flank.
That's a Hex Drinker completed here for Flandre as well as he's moving back down the mid lane, so not wanting to stay on the fountain and utilize that teleport in order to get that extra movement speed. Instead, straight down into the split push as ZZR is just clearing out the enemy jungle over and over again, extending that lead even further.
Yeah. And it's a matter of slow and steady wins the race right now, right? They've got a Nidalee, they've got an Azir, and even Lucian with the culling available. There's one thing Snake have, it's poke. They've got plenty of sustain as well with Ella being able to AoE heal up everybody. Windspeaker's Blessing as well. Increased healing. Things are going well here for Snake.
They certainly are. 5,000 gold was the Baron power play there as well. So really making that one work out for them, despite a little bit of a sticky situation in the fight ensuing.
Even this, move speed. Get around the map quicker.
And denial of Dragon number 1 there from IG, despite the fact that they probably wouldn't make it towards that Dragon Pit regardless. Rookie over the top. We'll see whether he can actually get anything done to get them back into this game. But he's been eclipsed in farm. You can see Tank, just the silent winner, this guy. And he has paraded ahead in that CS line.
Like, let's go one step further than that. Everyone on Snake has just eclipsed Invictus Gaming and farmed. Usually you look at a team and you're like, oh yeah, they're 80 carry. He has 100 more CS than the opponent, but that's because their top lane is 30 behind.
Yeah.
But there have been so many extra minions on the map taken by Snake that they're all so far ahead because Invictus Gaming just unable to have those minions. Yeah, they're being pressured off them.
Confined to the very base that they started out in. Nothing left for them here as Snake have just been commanding this map. And I just want to say, Snake looks so decisive in this game, and that has been exactly what they've been missing over the last few. Despite the fact that they've been picking up victories, they were long, they were arduous. This is a team that wanted to take their time. Not this game. They knew exactly what they wanted. The ultimate comes out from Flandre, though. The fight has been started as Tabe throws down the Glacial Fissure. In goes Rain, able to get some auto attacks, but Ella tanking it up with the ultimate. Forces the flash out now as Kid trying to catch up. Flandre's been exhausted, but Tank is finding his way in. The Q goes down. They're trying to get the work done. Parallel convergence, but a massive knock-up from Ella is going to stop it. Tabe's going to fall down. So Ty grabs one back, but look at the Empress Divide. Rookie's going to die. And Snake get the ace. What a team fight.
Ridiculous work from Snake. They destroy Invictus Gaming. It'll be their base and most likely the first game going to Snake. That was a massive performance individually and as a team from this roster right now. Starting a team fight off with our 5 members, but holding on for dear life, working around your team's strengths, communication, everything's there from this team.
Yeah, exactly right. Just ludicrous play. Tank making it back in exactly when he was needed. And look, at the start of the split, if Tank made it to a team fight, you barely noticed. Now, it makes everything for this squad. His Azir looks beautiful. His Varus' Lissandra banned away. Doesn't matter. Still able to get the work done. And IG, they had a plan. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, definitely just wasn't enough. You give Snake a standard composition, you better have something serious up your sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
They just fall behind early. And once again, that's actually the big concern that we always had for this team, Snake Esports. If they fall behind early, or if they even get ahead early, the mid-game doesn't exist. They actually wait till 40. They're known as the 45-minute team. But you know what? They won in 30 minutes this time around. And they picked it up.
It was control everywhere as well. This is a team that did not look like they were losing at all. And this play in the top lane, this is the replay that you wanted, Rusty, but utterly stunning out of Flandre.
I'm still not sure if the Graves ult was just elevated because he was in the air as he fired it, or if it just blatantly missed. And I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Looked like it missed. This is the one moment, however, where Invictus Gaming, they had their opportunity, but they just weren't coordinated enough to make it work. No. Snake, on the other hand, they collapsed so impressively.
And Zatai, I mean, despite having a decent early start to this game, the Rise, even though it was strong, just was not strong enough to contend with this Snake lineup. And there was one thing, after the last match that we saw Snake play, the one thing we said is, just don't let ZZR get Nidalee, and things should be okay. Unfortunately, game number 1, he got the Nidalee, and it was exactly as expected. He was so dominant.
Yeah, if there's any rule that you can make for Snake at all, it's definitely that one. Just don't give him his best champion. Makes a lot of sense. And unfortunately, ZZR runs away with the jungle, but Snake, through laning, actually just took the whole map. It was the one lane swap Invictus Gaming tried to put in place where the turret swap started to begin. They made a mistake, and last time we saw Invictus Gaming play against Snake, the reason Snake won, because they know how to lane swap.
Yeah.
IG fumble.
And they actually had, again, the jump on them in that regard. Even though the lane swap was matched, when they did start moving around, when they did start knocking down turrets, it was always Snake getting it that little bit sooner. And then towards the top side of the map, they grab an inner turret for nothing. I mean, this team, as far as objective trades, the ridiculous thing is the fact that it looks even better than it was.
Yeah, they've sped their game time up by like 10 odd minutes, and that is a scary prospect for IG coming to the next game.
Yeah, and a scary prospect for everyone here. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a short break. When we get back, we'll see whether Snake can close this one out or whether IG can ride the reverse sweep back. We'll see whether it happens after the break.